Miller is expected to play for the Rams Sunday. He has been traded from Denver to Los Angeles for a second and a third round pick. Next year, they are going all in. James Palmer, live at his basement in Denver. This is a big deal. It's a big deal for the Rams here in L.A. as they try to get that Super Bowl. It is a huge deal there in Denver as the Broncos say goodbye to the final key piece remaining from their Super Bowl 50 team.
And goodbye, Andrew, to the face of the franchise, since he was the MVP of Super Bowl 50. And it is rare often to see a defensive player be the clear-cut face of your franchise, and that is Von Miller. He is, and I live here in Denver, as you mentioned, the most popular and famous athlete in this entire city, barring any sport. And this move has been in the works for a little while, to my understanding, and it's something also that maybe took Von Miller by surprise a bit. I've talked to some people in the building over the last couple, minutes, and it's a surreal environment in there with Von Miller going around saying his goodbyes to everyone in that building as he's been there for his entire career, being one of the top picks by John Elway and had such an illustrious career there. And the way he leaves is on a team that he was wholeheartedly in on. He was one of the most vocal guys about how talented this defense should be, how talented this defense is. And now he is moving on for a second and third round pick in next year's draft, which we have to remember. We look at the quarterback situation in Denver. Could those picks potentially be part of trying to get a new quarterback next season? We know George Paton has been very clear about swinging for the fences or trying to make big moves when it comes to the quarterback position and the Denver Broncos. And this is a monster move for the first-year general manager here, George Paton, Steve, who goes and now is drastically showing that they are in a mode for next season in how they are building things as trading away one of the top players on this team.
Yeah, great point, James. Look, from the Broncos capital, this is, okay, now we're building for 2022. We've got draft capital and assets now to go ahead and make a move. If we have to do that, we're going to part with Von Miller to do so. For the Rams, okay, first off, they are showing once again at the trade deadline the draft picks mean absolutely nothing to them. They went out and got Jalen Ramsey a couple years ago. They've done this before with Marcus Peters at the
They're operating like an NBA team.
They are operating like an NBA team. Well said. They've only got 3 of their own picks next year, none in the top 5. So, I mean, that's what's going on right now. Hey, that happens. It's live TV.
Hey, Adrian.
It's live TV. That happens. But also, now look at this. You have Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and Leonard Floyd, and Jalen Ramsey on the back end. This is the new model of a fearsome foursome on a defense that's given up yards, but is now preparing to lock teams down as you really get thick into the division schedule and try to make a playoff push. This is one of the best teams in the NFL. We're talking offense, but adding Von Miller to a scheme that he is familiar with. The Rams run the Vic Fangio scheme. He should be able to play right away.